Hi, this is not a very good hunting channel. Today I'm going to be out in the big field continuing on with the corn food plot. So I'm going to use the disc to till it up a little bit better, and then I'm going to be using the Earthway seeder to plant my corn rows. So stay tuned. Okay, out here in the back, forgive me, I forgot my lapel mic. So yeah, I got the seeder here, right there, and got the Groundhog Max. I decided to bring the back blade as well. That way I can kind of grade out the soil after I'm done plowing or disking up the field. There's lots of vegetation still in the middle, so I'm going to use the disc it all up, go around the plow a few times just to make it level, and then yeah, I probably have to pick some more rocks, but after that it'll be good to go to try out the corn planter. So looking forward to seeing how all that works. Hopefully the soil is soft enough to push through. So get to it. Okay, did a couple of passes with the Groundhog Max. Just did up pretty good. You can see tore it up a little bit. Still have to do a couple more passes. I was doing figure eights, and so that part here is still got lots of grass in it and stuff, and that part down there has lots of grass in it still. Start her up, do a couple of straight runs maybe just up the middle, and then throw the back blade on and see if I can't get ready to plant some corn. I think all the rock picking I did last time got the biggest of them, but there's nothing. That's a good one. Oh, blade got that guy. Well, I guess I didn't get all the big ones. Yeah, blade got a couple of them. But yeah, I think the chisel plow was the right way to go to start off with this field, because all those rocks, I would have destroyed the Groundhog Max blades, I think. I mean, I could be wrong. They could damn well be very able to handle all that. But finish getting the rocks out of the way, and then get the back blade, do a couple runs, try to get it evened out nice and level, and then yeah, start trying out the Earthway cedar. All right, get you down to ground level here. I don't think I can. I gotta do it like that. So it is doing a great job. This back blade. It is picking up a ton, and I mean a ton of dirt. So I'm gonna have to raise it up. A rock. Oh, good. So I'm gonna lift it up, so I'm not scraping as much. But it is doing a great job. All right, so I'll give you a shot of the plot here. You can see it's pretty level. It did a great job. Yeah, very impressed. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to run a string so that I'm fairly even, like I'm fairly straight. Okay, I ran a line all the way down, so I'm going to use that as my first guide line with the cedar, and then I'll just use the arm to draw a line as I go. It has its own row marker. So, okay, let's fill this up and see how this goes. Okay, so this is the Earthway cedar. Well, assembly was pretty quick. It was pretty easy on this. The only thing that I was concerned about was that this little pin here to hold the row marker arm is very, very loose. But I guess it has to be loose because it's going to be bouncing up and down on the soil, because the soil is not going to be even. But yeah, it has an adjustable depth. I have it set. It's nice because it has it marked down at what depth you're at. And then, like with every other video, if anybody's looking at getting one of these, you just put your seed plate in here, fill it up to the line with your seed, and then you walk along. This rotates the seed plate. The seed plate picks up the seed, drops down this chute. This chute goes into the tunnel, or not really a tongue, but anyway. And then drops it into the trench that you've made. And the chain, I've added extra chain because I've seen reviews saying that this doesn't really do a very good job, the chain that's included. So I just added a length of a heavier chain, because that's what drags the dirt back over on top of the trench that you've made and covers the seed. And then this compacts it after. So that's the plan. Now, I'm a little bit concerned because, damn, this earth is pretty dense. I mean, that's also a rock, but I didn't, I didn't put it right on that. So, I'm just doing regular whole corn you get from the feed store. I'm not spending insane price. I'm not spending insane money on the fancy, good corn. I'm just using regular deer corn. There's a pellet of something. Anyway, it's probably moldy. Anyway, I'm not expecting much. This is just a cheap little project just to see if anything grows. Yeah, so I'm not expecting a lot of germination. I just want to see something growing. If I get cobs, that is the final goal of this. I've seen, in forums, people talking about how sometimes they got cobs to grow, sometimes they didn't. I just want to get something growing out of here, even if it's just green stuff that they can eat. I don't even know if they eat that green stuff, but hey, it's an experiment. I've seen people on forums talking about how theirs grew great and they had lots of deer in them and ate it right down to nothing. I don't have a very good deer population here. It hasn't been good for a lot of years. This year though, in the springtime, I've seen at least 5 deer. I know it's pretty low number, but for here it's pretty good. So they are around. I mean, even when I was turkey hunting, setting up my decoys, I saw 3. I spooked 3 of them in the next field. Yeah, so I'm hoping that even a small bit of food in the fall that can kind of delay their travel to the big fields out there, because there used to be 2 good fields of soybean in the back over here, but they don't do anything with them now. And I think that's what has really killed this spot. Besides the field back there that used to be alfalfa, and my dad said as soon as the new owner took over, they stopped planting anything, so the deer sightings have gone down a lot. And then on top of that, we lost the alfalfa field, but then the soybean fields on the other side, so our property was in between alfalfa and soy, and there's lots of good cover here, so things were bedded down, and also deer over there would travel to these fields. But now that's no longer an option, so really the only farmers' fields around here for fall time food is off in the distance there, and that is a huge farm system going on there. In fact, I think they had rerouted one of the streams actually, and they got in big trouble for that. Yeah, so to improve their crops, they did that, and now it seems like come fall time, everything is gone out of here, and I'm almost certain they're all off over there, because it's the only game in town right now. Anyway, we still have does that bed down here. I want to get some, obviously some bucks in the area. But to do that, I need the does to be staying around. So, all this is, a long-winded explanation as to why I'm putting this small food plot in, is to hopefully keep some of the does around a little bit longer. I know they're still going to go to the big field, but I'm hoping that they're still going to be bedding around here. And if, pressure is too much over the big field, or there's a buck that's too pressured over in the big field and wants to come over to someplace else, he can be nosing around here, because there are does that stick around here. And the more does I can get to stick around here, the more bucks that will show up to investigate in the fall, because of the does that are around. So anyway, all that to say is that this is why I'm doing this. Again, I might lose this property in the next couple of days, let alone a couple of months. So this might all be for nothing, but I might as well get out here while I have the property to use and try this out. So enough of me blabbing on. My God, it's already been 8 minutes of this. It doesn't hold too much. What kind of pellets in this? Anyways, let's do a couple of runs, see how long this lasts. Okay. Alright, so the row marker, I have it set to like 24 inches, something like that. Okay. Well, let's see how this goes. Okay, I'm assuming that's going to roughly take, anyway, whatever. I don't think it's going at 1.5 inches. I got one that's like just sticking right out. That's not very deep. Yeah, I don't like. Here you can see. See how it's right on the surface? That's not doing nothing. Oh, I don't know. You have to pull more or push more or something. They don't seem to be going very deep. Look. One second. Let me turn around. So you can see it's in the trench, but that's not 1.5 inches down into the ground, is it? I mean, I know it's going off of 1.5 inches from this bar, okay? And then there's that seed that goes down, but I don't think that bar is, I don't think that bar is level with the ground. Oh, we'll see how it goes. Okay, I did one row, and yeah, it's pretty tough. Oh, lovely. I did one row, and it's pretty tough to push this through this. Lots of the seed are just laying right on top. I'm gonna have to figure something out here. Okay, done a few rows, and I am struggling to push this through this dirt. Yeah, it does not cut through this compacted dirt all that well. I've lowered it now, so hopefully you can see, like, you can still see that some of them, I don't know if that's I'm gonna kick some dirt over this thing. I don't know if those are just extra drops. But you can see here, like it's pretty even spacing. So it's not dropping them down into the channel. The channel's not deep enough. So yeah, so as with anything, it's going to be a learning process. I might have to go back over these again. Or I'll just cover them with dirt. But there's no way that's 1.5 inches down. So I set it a little bit deeper. And hopefully that's going to make the difference. Okay, well, this is going about as well as I expected. Yeah, so it's dropping seeds, it's making lines, but it's not dropping them deep enough to bury itself. So you can see it's making nice lines, but you can see that there's corn every couple of inches, 8-10 inches. So I have to go back and, well, it's harder to do while holding the camera, but hill dirt on top of each seed. So, I mean, it's still quicker than planting by hand, but oh my god, this takes a while. That's it behind me there. Yeah, what a pain in the ass. Yeah, it definitely did not do well on this soil. It did not dig a trench deep enough, so the corn was, you know, like 1/2 inch into the ground, which means I had to go by and kick dirt over every single kernel. Hopefully I got to the 1.5 inches that they apparently need. If not, well, I did what I could, so hopefully it's enough. I'll, well, if I get a chance to get out, I'll do a little bit of an update in a couple of weeks. But anywho, hopefully that was interesting. I mean, as far as the review goes, it worked pretty well, but it's just the ground is just too hard for it. on the spots that were really soft and dug up nice, it did really well. So, I mean, I'm sure if you could work up your soil better than I was able to, then you know it probably would be a much easier go of it. But I did what I could. We'll see if it worked, and if not, oh well. Try again in the next one. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Take care.